Hello and good morning. Give me just a minute. Where are we at here? Cheers. Uh, Not bad. Michael, hello. Sharon, good morning. Well, you're up and at 'em today. Hallelujah, hallelujah. We woke up taking a nice hot shower, which is exceptionally a good feeling early in the morning. Uh, Now we can have our coffee. What are you doing this morning or in the evening? Mike, what are y'all doing? What's going on where you're at? I looked out the window. I can see we have a kind of a dark situation. You're hungry? Yeah. Well, find you something to eat. Scrounge something up. I'm not as hungry today. I'm still hurting from the meat yesterday. Not really hurting, but I'm still very full. Armand, hello. Sleazy, what's up? I laid in bed last night, all moaning and groaning, watching some YouTube. How's them? Hello, before I fell asleep. I kind of wish I wouldn't. I was watching one European conference talking about all the food they're banning coming from the U.S. due to the chemicals in it. You know, bread in America is not allowed in Europe because the chemicals used in it, they say it's not even bread. Kind of scary. Yeah, I didn't know our food was that bad. Apparently, it's real bad. U.S. food, most of the U.S. food is not even allowed in Europe. I didn't know that. I woke up at 4 a.m. thinking it was 4 p.m. Well, that's nothing wrong with that. It gets you a good start to the day. We got 19 kilometers of wind at 94 degrees. Oh, hell. How much is cost you to send the cell phone? It was 300 reals, about the same as the value of the phone. It was 300 reals to send to Germany. So it was around, yeah, around 300 reals, give or take, maybe 320. I don't know. About right around 300 reals. It's supposedly be there a couple of days. I don't know. We're eating plastic is still more advanced than most countries. You can't ship fresh food, it's costly. Yeah, you cannot. However, just some of the U.S. products are not allowed in Europe because they're not really products. I didn't know our bread was that bad. I thought our bread was real. So I'm a little shocked about that one. We got real bread. I don't know. European Commission on Food Imports. Organic bread. Shouldn't be called organic. Everything should be organic. It's natural bread. I don't know what they're adding to bread to make it non healthy and non edible in other countries. Homemade bread is the way to go. I hear you. Organic's just naturally grown. I don't know how they screw up with the nature. Really. You want to know why? Why? I don't know why. Morning, Fred. It's not very nice. I like Mexican and Philippine bakeries. Do you? I find them to be bland. Not so good. Organic means no pesticides. That's it. I think so. They keep changing organic. Poor people buy cheap bread. They get fat. They get diabetic. Get on pills. We thrive on meds. That sounds probably totally true. They have the same crap as regular bread. Huh. Anyway, I had no idea that the U.S. bread is not classified as bread in Europe. It's not the same classification. Hell, I watch them make bread here. I want to research the system. What the hell's in our bread if it's not bread? We got fake cheese. Oh, I hate fake cheese. I've tried fake cheese. Wolfie, what's up? Fake cheese is disgusting. Fake cheese is probably one of the most nasty things I've ever had. I have a bread machine to make homemade. That's probably best to do it. Keto bread, homemade bread is probably the way to go. I don't eat a lot of bread, but I didn't know our bread was unclassified as per the rest of the world. Now it's got my curiosity. I need to see what bread's actually made of in the U.S. What ingredients goes in it. They don't even classify bread. Bread is the old staple thing since the beginning of time. Some flat bread, some kind of hot bread in the morning. People like that. Uh, Wonder Bread ingredients include whole water flour, glu- wheat, gluten, high fructose corn syrup, soybeans, salt, molasses, yeast, and exomono. So that wow, yeah, that seems kind of bad. I thought most bread was just flour and water with yeast. That don't look good. Why they got all that in the bread? Bread, I thought it's just some good flour and yeast. That's kind of but rough, huh? Wow. Well, there's the problem. It's not even bread, actually. That's why I said homemade. Yeah, it's the yeast in the bread that is bad. Is it the yeast? I don't know. They make bread without yeast. What's it called? Unleavened bread or whatever? Soy oil is bad for you. Well, the word gluten isn't that just a cover up for sugar? Yeast is not bad. I don't think yeast is bad. Well, it depends. If it's between your knees, there may be a problem. But in your bread, I don't think it'll hurt you. They make hops and yeast. That's how they make bread, beer. Uh, Industrial yeast causes uric acid. Oh, does it? Organic bread of heaven, cinnamon, sourdough is organic wheat, sourdough culture, evaporated cane juice, organic cinnamon, organic cider, cane juice. What do they mean? Sugar cane juice? Which is that a fancy name for sugar? Cocaine, cane juice. I think cane is sugar. I don't even know what cane juice is. Huh. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's the only product on there that seems a little strange. Cane juice. Well, cane juice is not good. Just use sugar unbleached. It's been for years throughout America that people have known, while it comes to Miss Chelsea, that the Coca Cola soft drinks from Mexico are better than the ones from America because Mexico uses sugar. they use sugar cane, where in America they use some other, I think they use beetroot and other sugar. So it's been known since the beginning of time it's healthier to buy your beverages in a bottle from the Mexico. And I think Sam's Club has that, or the other wholesale clubs. McDonald's Cokes taste the best, do they? I'm not a Coke drinker, so I wouldn't really say. The only thing that I think tastes good at McDonald's since the beginning of time was their French fries. I'm not really a Coke drinker. I'm a water and coffee. Occasionally, I like a Coke, but the Coke that I like is in a bottle. I wonder if the Philippines one does the same as Mexico. I never thought to look at that. I would think they would be the same. But even in Philippines, Costco, you can buy Mexican the Coke from Mexico. I quit Coke and soda months ago. Yeah, I quit it a long time ago. Every store sells the Mexican Coke. Okay. You drink mostly water. Yeah, me too. The Mexican Coke, I did a taste test years back, and it's definitely better. They get healthier soft drinks, even though none of it's good for you. And my coffee whole cream. All right. Mexican Cokes in a glass bottle have a great taste. Philippines, most soft drinks still come in a glass bottle. Makes a world of difference. Should I order breakfast? I've been playing around with sparkling water. Yeah, I've had a few different sparkling waters, and I like a sparkling water when I feel bloated or I don't feel comfy. A sparkling water is nice. You see that one we had in the Philippines? They always buy with a hint of lime. It's okay. I'm not a big fan of Perrier. I learned being a baker, a German bakery, sugar from Mexico is made from beets. Yeah, I've seen most of the sugar comes out of beets. Let's have a cheese omelet. I don't know that I'm that hungry for that. I believe I'll try to fast today. Change, I do the U.S. well. Penalize the rich. Everything in the HS now gets free lunch. Really? Good to see you, Bob Urban. Hello, Bob. Yeah, I think I'll skip the food. I got a computer problem I have to solve. I'm not sure how to solve my computer problem. This damn connection problem is a pain in the ass. I know I can't really solve it because it's not my network, but it sure is a pain in the butaki. I don't understand why I'm having these connection delays. When I first installed everything, it was perfect, and now all of a sudden it's a problem. You need a no sugar ketchup. Well, they don't have sugar and ketchup in the Philippines. They use bananas and diet red. Banana ketchup is gross. The first time you get it, you think it's spoiled, but it's not. Philippines has a lot of banana ketchup. It's kind of like, woof, it's different. It tastes like that sweet and sour sauce from the Chinese restaurant. That red sauce, their ketchup, and it even looks like it. It's not really like a ruby red. It's like a transparent red. Ketchup's too sweet. Yeah, I prefer. I usually order no ketchup, extra mustard on different things. But yeah, their ketchup is transparent. It's got a transparency about it. They dye it red, but it's made from bananas. Definitely a different type of thing. It's probably better for you if you get used to it. Maybe, who knows? I'm no nutritionist. That reminds me, I don't see on my YouTube feed anymore that nutritionist girl. You know, your Chinese place is bad when the sweet and sour sauce is red. When I get mine, it's light yellow and thick. Really, sweet and sour sauce is red sauce. Most places it's red color and kind of transparency. It's bad, is it? So yours is kind of yellow, light yellow. Well, that sounds better. All right. That coffee tastes good in the morning. What is today? Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow's Virtual Friday. Good morning, sunshine. Where have you been? How long? What do you have you been up to? No name, no name. I have been in the Philippines 45 days. I came back here about 10 days ago. And I am back to my life of work. Man, the leaves are already changing colors in Michigan. Really? That's good. Let you know that brutal summer could be over. So my life has been about home and work, basically. It rained for 45 days in the Philippines. It is, what's that season called? Whatever, tropical season. I don't know what the season is called, but it's a damn rainy season. It's terrible. But it sounds nice. You kind of get used to it. Just it spoils a lot. Monsoon season. There you go. It's monsoon season over there. It rained for like 50 days straight. 50 days of rain every day. You know, it's not that bad unless you like to go out in a boat, and then it's so unpredictable. It's you can't. You should be careful. Ryan, good morning. Do you think the Lord was coming back? Do I think the Lord is coming back? When it comes to all religious topics, I refrain from any comment because everybody has their own belief, and whatever they want to believe, let them believe it. Yeah, I don't get in the way of people's religious beliefs. It's about like getting between a marriage. It's best to leave them both alone. Yeah, leave religion and other people's relationship out of your talk. How long were you on vacation? I was gone around 45 days. I still have water in my head. Yes, Earl, I know you're here. Hello and good morning. I talked to you already all morning. Don't talk to me now. Still voting for Putin into this November. Putin, whoop whoop. I don't really care about the politics either. The whole politics, if something is exciting, it may raise a brow, but all in all, eh, politics. Think about it. When you look at the actual essence of the political environment in America, it's a freaking joke. There ain't no savior. There ain't no Superman. They're in debt, and they're mimicking the Roman Empire. You go up and you go down. It happens to many countries. The rise and fall of nations. They will rise. They will fall. They will rise. They will fall. Just like the UK, Great Britain is not great anymore. It changed. It's still a good country. There's currency value and everything about it's all right, but they're not the top dog anymore. All these countries that were top dog fall down to the spillway. Randy, what's the number one cause of divorce? Marriage. you know, uh, I don't really understand a lot of this divorce things, especially people who get divorced after they've been married 20 or 30 years. It's like, really? You've been with that person 30 years, you can't figure it out. You both can become so disgusted you ain't going to do it anymore. I don't know. That's an awful lot of time to put in to bail on something. I would have think you would have known about it in the first year or two. You see 60-year-old people getting divorced. Well, hell, y'all been sitting side by side for 44 years. How in the hell all of a sudden you just can't take it no more? They sleep in a separate bed halfway across the house. My grandmother and grandparents slept in separate beds, single beds. Uh, did he snore? I don't know. I'll just buy another house. There you go. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I shall be right back. Sharon, would you please tell everyone your situation and how to solve theirs? Ugh. Damn. I want to break free. Let's make another coffee. Don't rent if you don't have to. Live within your means. There you go. Buy land. Sharon's got it all down. See, there you go. Uh, you know what the number one thing is? Most people don't live within their means. It's actually pretty common. I know so many people don't live within their means. Pay cash for the house if you can. Exactly. You know what's funny is that Asian economist, old dude, tells everybody to finance everything. Live on a finance. That's not true. Oh, that old Asian dude trying to tell everybody to live on finance. He's crazy. Buy 2 houses before 2 new cars. That's true. I actually did that. I had got 2 houses before. Yeah, my first house, I was lucky I paid cash for. And my second one, I paid it off in 3 years. I would pay the monthly payment and then pay a lump sum each month on the principal. And then we paid that off with lump sums. Good morning, what's up, Ebola Tom? Yeah, I did that. So we just paid the payment, and every month or two we pay a big lump on the principal. And then it was paid off. I think, what was it? I paid my house off in 3 years by doing that. It was pretty good. That way I wasn't burdened with house payments my whole life. That's a big bitch to be burdened with giant house payments. Uh, yeah, if you can do it. Oh, we live within our means is what we did. You see, when I go car shopping, I go out with a budget. I don't dream. I don't want extra this, extra that. I have a budget. And that's all I'm willing to spend. And if they can meet my budget, that's the car we need. So I shop within my means. You lay out a budget. I hate living in an apartment way back when we started saving. I hear you. I've owned a lot of houses in my life. I was really never a renter. Very little bit of renting in my life because I didn't want to throw away any equity and I wanted to be able to cash out or have something in the background. What will you replace the Toyota with? Oh, this is a company car. This is not, I won't be, anything here is business cars. My personal cars, I will buy another Ford Ranger and maybe a Toyota 4Runner. In Cali, I had to rent, unfortunately. That was the time I did rent. But then again, most of my Cali time I was single. But yeah, I had to rent in Cali. I tried a couple times to buy a house. I missed the opportunity at the time. I didn't have top tier credit at the time. Now I have top tier credit, but I don't want no house. um, Make sure you get a heater. That's true. I think eventually we'll trade my Ranger in for a brand new Ranger, same truck, and maybe buy an SUV, Toyota 4Runner or something in time. Maybe, I don't know. It's not a priority. Cars are not a priority. If they're good and running nicely, I don't really see the need for replacing them. I like to get 10 years minimum out of a car. Yeah, I like to have one and at least get 10 years out of them. Cars throw away money anyway. Good morning. Pink hand waving. What's up? Work is not a priority either. I like to eat, play, sleep like a happy animal, don't we all? They are now not selling houses in installments, but rather selling them on rent to own basis. Really? I bought my last new car, no more. Really? Well, I was thinking about trading my truck in for the new model, but mine's perfect. I don't really need to spend more money. What's the max you go on a car? $30,000. You ever get it on Heckle? I do occasionally. It's been a while. I ain't been over there in a long time. I used to jump on Heckle every now and again. I just haven't in so long. Yeah, I ain't been over there probably in a year, maybe less. I don't know. I still have a Dodge Diesel from 1999. It still runs. Yeah, that's the good thing about the diesel. They run forever. Drop 30%. Yeah, you lose a lot of money. Anyway, my budget limit's right at 30,000. I would never spend more. I didn't even spend that much. On that last SUV we bought, it was how much in today's money? Let's see, how much was it? My last car was the car we bought was 15,500. That little Hyundai SUV, and my truck was around $25,000. Not bad. So I've spent $40,000 on cars in the past few years total. I don't like that shit, and they should last a while. And the same, I don't finance cars. So whatever I've saved up is what I'll buy. I ain't doing no finance. I don't finance anything. Hell no. Boss man, good morning. I just don't want to be a burden to any payments. Trying to find some used car, but not in the Philippines. Yeah, the cars in the Philippines used, they were very used. Depends how you take it. You can get good used cars, $6,000. You look around. Hell, I bought a used Honda Accord. I think I paid $6,000 for it. Hell, we drove it some bitch 150,000 miles. Damn good old car. Yeah, we wore that car out. What we paid versus what we were able to, the usability of it was amazing. Info from Jonathan Blank. What is all that stuff? I ain't gonna read all that. Oh, you're preaching. Dude, people ain't gonna listen to read all that nonsense. Yeah, people don't want to read books when they're online chatting. But it's okay if you feel it's going to brighten your life or you feel like Minister of Information. Who's John Clegg? I have no idea. I don't do all that stuff. God bless your heart. Bless your heart. Uh, old Minister of Information. Preaching and spamming. It's a little of both, probably. I have no idea what it even means. That's been the problem with. It was reported to the FBI in 2014 about the New York being nuked. Oh, okay. Yeah, but it's kind of like off the wall. If people are in talking about a certain subject, and then you have the subject that comes out of the middle of nowhere, that's kind of spammy. I don't mind though. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. But yeah, it's kind of spammy in nature, not in context. Uh, yeah, see, the funny thing is, it's been the problem with Christianity since the beginning of time. You sit and you what means is you throw out verses of books and things. People don't care about that. You got to learn how to tactfully preach. Uh, yeah, you got to learn to be a good preacher. Come up with some context and a subject, and then back it up with a few verses that you think actually talk about it. I'm about to end it. Yeah, go ahead and end it. Go ahead and end it, Sharon. Ain't no need in it. Weirdo. There's a way and time to say something. Yeah, there is. Oh, dude, where's the way and time to say something? Anyway, bless your heart. Yeah, it's best to let this kind of stuff go. You know what? When people just come out of the blue with this nonsense preaching stuff, nobody wants to hear that shit. Bunch of nonsense. It is a bunch of nonsense. Randy, has anyone from chat tried to lead you to Christ? Dude, I have random preachers from all religious groups send me stuff every day. It's a lot of nonsense that gets sent out. The thing is, half my family is preachers, the other half is police. I have more context in religious beliefs from Christianity to Islam to Judaism than most of these guys will ever have in their whole life. Maybe it's Bicycle Man riding to Russia. It could be. I already know all the context and the references and what they try to reiterate. At the end of the day, you cannot take 10 words out of any book on the planet and come up with a 32-page story. If you go back and look at any verse and you read the stories behind the verse, it has nothing to do with the expression of the point that they're trying to make. You can't pick two words out of the dictionary and say this is the world. But that's been going on for years. That was my problem with preaching all the time. Preacher come in, read a verse, then talk for 2 hours. Well, then you go back and read the story there where the verse is. It has nothing to do with what he was talking about. It had nothing to do with it. What are you talking about? That has nothing to do with anything you said. It was a parable, a story to tell you something in general. It wasn't a one-liner to get you to follow everything by that one-liner. A lot of the religious fanatics want to use one-liners to get you to guide you. And that doesn't work with people. That's just cheerleading statements for those who are already in the flock of whatever group they're in. Most churches are just cheerleading centers. 99% of them are. Everybody goes down to their pep rally, cheerleading rally. They don't really jump out and spread out and get to the main points by any means. It's common. Heard it for years. Everywhere you go. Everybody and their brother has something to preach to you about. Suggestion to Randy. You should start arranging online morning services to the chat. Nothing but nonsense. Yeah, it's a lot of it's nonsense. It really is. But I guess if it makes them comfortable and it's something they look forward to, let them do it. Who cares? People do whatever they want. Let them go for it. Why do you think cults are so successful? There's a lot of people that need to be in a cult. It's pretty common. People find comfort and solace and peace of mind in these cults, even the bad ones. Bring back old Father McIntyre. Yeah, people, it's pretty common. You get some real fanatical type folks. They go on to a tangent, man. I would feel super happy all day after Father Randy's blessing me. uh, it's a psychological need. Is that what it is? I don't know. I had to listen to that stuff growing up. I've heard enough. Yeah, I've heard it all from every which direction and every bang theory you could imagine that goes through these churches. But it seems to be mostly just Christian churches that become fanatical. Do they have any Catholic fanatic churches? I've never seen one. They seem to be quite organized. Same with Islamic, with imams. You don't really see any radical. Occasionally you do, but most everybody's conservative in their talking. Yeah, most mosques and most churches and most whatever what's it called Catholic church, they seem to be modest. I don't think they have any screaming demon sermons. Fanatic are everywhere, are they? I don't really see it that often because I ignore it. You can tell right away if you sit down and somebody's like a fanatical preachers. I get away from them. Yeah, you see them. People that get into that whole get way carried away. I think they're missing the whole point. But that's for each his own. People need these fanatical, cultish type things to make them feel better. I think. Hell, who's the dudes that ride around on bicycles? They've been harassing people in the Philippines for 30 years. So you shouldn't say those people are fired up for what they stand for. Are they fired up? I don't know. Whatever they want to be, let them be. I I'm always feeling a lot worse when hearing these fanatics. I invite you to go to some small town America and walk in some of these old Pentecostal churches. It'll freak you out. What's worse, people yelling and people being kind and boring when they're out and doing bad things to those there's a point across? I don't know what's worse. You ought to, if you go across small town America and go in some of these real conservative screaming, hollering places, it'll freak you out the first time. You can only stand so much for what you believe in. People should know the limits. Yeah, they're fired up for God. There you go. They get fired up. I went to this church in Ocala, Florida. We walked in the door, and these people was jumping up and down and screaming and hollering. I thought there was something going on. They were just totally into it. It was insane. Where's the most hardcore fanatics? I think probably the U.S. I haven't seen them in any other country. I think they're probably the U.S. is the most place for these small town places. Any state? I don't know if there's any state specifically. There's little pockets of these people all over America. I don't think it's one state in particular. Depends on who you call fanatics. That's true. Fanatic is highly defined by an individual look and focus too. If you're a newcomer and you walk in, well, Iran, Afghanistan are in their own category. Yeah, they've got some things. Some of the things they talk and scream about is kind of unique. Yeah, it's definitely unique. And some just suck. I had an uncle who was the worst preacher since the creation of mankind. He would bore you to death. God, he sucked. He'd never come to a point. He'd talk in circles. When we used to go visit my uncle and aunt, he always had the worst church out in the middle of nowhere. And oh my God, he sucked. I'm not going to judge anyone who wants to believe in God. There you go. My uncle was the worst preacher. God, he sucked. He was never got to any point. We had told him he was not called to be a preacher, but he had to be one. He never made anything in his life. And his churches always had 20, 30 people, old, out in the middle of farm country, in the middle of nowhere. And he'd preach for 2, 3 hours of just garbage. Oh, boy. Wani, what's up? Those folks that handle snakes in the church, they're dead now. The founder of that church died, and his son died too. The most snake church people, they died. They're still around, but the founder and his son both died, got bit in the face by a damn viper. Yeah, the common sense tells you can't be screaming at a viper. Yeah, the founder of that and his son died, both bitten in the face by a viper. Dumbasses. How they come up with that crap, God only knows. What was the cult in Waco, Texas? I don't know what that was. That was a cult thing too. Those dudes are true lunatics. They're not lunatics anymore. They're dead. They died. The leader, founder of that church, and his son were both bitten in the face by a viper. They ain't lunatics anymore. They're dead people. Some people take the Bible literally. It's not like that. Not always like that. Yeah. There's a documentary on about that snake dude and how he died. I even think they have a video of his when he got bit in the face, and then he died a little bit later. I'm surprised there's not a church that worships great white sharks and tries to tame them. Somebody worshiping vipers. I'm surprised there's not some preacher down with a great white shark screaming and hollering. He tried it with the viper, didn't work out too well. The Davidian led by David Koresh was Waco's cult, was it? Yeah, we need a great white worshiping church. I'd like to watch the service. That'd be some good entertainment. The great white dancers of God. The people that join cults get brainwashed like a Cormont guy, yeah? I don't know. I'm waiting for the great white church to come out so people go to the ocean and swim with great whites to show their blessings to the cult. What do you think about those Middle Eastern men who have lions for pets? I don't know. People have lions and bears for pets all over the world. Hell, when I was a kid, We couldn't get a great white shark in the church. Maybe not. Uh, Man, when I was a kid, we had a guy in our neighborhood that had a panther. It got loose and killed his daughter. Randy Savage, his daughter was killed by his pet panther. Yeah. Since I was young, somebody's had exotic animals. You just see about Middle East stuff because they put them in nice cars. But hell, throughout America, that's why they had to make all these laws to get people to quit keeping these animals. They get out and kill people. I think it was Randy Savage. His daughter got killed by a panther. I'd have to look up the news. I remember that happening when I was young. Old boy's daughter was killed by his pet. It happens. He was a wrestler, yeah. He was a wrestler, had a big property, and kept some big cats, like those two guys in Vegas. Yeah, those two guys in Vegas, one of them got his face bit off. What do you think about India voodoo priest? I don't really know anything about it. To be honest, I don't know. I've never really looked into a lot of nonsense. Two guys in Vegas playing touch butt with a lion. Yeah, they got attacked. The voodoo stuff, I don't know. That's from India to Africa to Louisiana. These voodoo people. Who else is a big voodoo believer? There's a lot of countries that have some voodoo nonsense. Jamaica. What's that island? Haiti. Haiti's a big voodoo believers. Yeah, there's some voodoo type people. You know what I just found out? Disney may be evil. Really. Cuba's voodoo people? Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of these things they got to this voodoo stuff. I don't know anything about it. Seemed a little too crazy for me. I don't want to hear about it. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Disney may be evil. I don't know anything about Disney. I think everybody's over Disney now due to their killing of all the historical things that people knew and loved, and they try to now bring it to a woke environment. I think they pretty much killed the whole Disney thing. Anything that people thought about Disney was killed about 3 years ago. Yeah, Disney, they killed all that. They lost a whole demographic audience. Yeah, they lost a lot of people. The whole Disney thing's kind of gone. Aren't they broke? I think they're bleeding big time money. They won't be around long. Has underground bathrooms where they kidnap children. Documentary on it probably hard to find on the internet. Really? I've heard some nonsense about Disney and what they've done. I don't know. I really don't know. But you hear a lot of BS about it. You hear some phenomenal stories. What's true and what's not, God only knows. Every story gets so exaggerated to make it more interesting. Could it be true? Could it not be? Things that you think are crazy, no way are true, do turn out to be true sometimes. There was an entrance way in Disney where kids walk daily and witchcraft, really. Could be true, I don't know. I can't, I don't know really anything about it. A lot of misinformation. Yeah, there is so many things out there. A lot of people like to believe in anything and everything. Let them, it won't hurt. A lot of voodoo stuff. There's the voodoo stuff is all over. That came over from Africa and spread around the world, whatever that voodoo stuff was. Black magic voodoo does. There's a lot of people doing that stuff. But that's mostly in the Caribbean and Africa. I don't hear about it much anymore anywhere else. Do they have any of that crap in Europe? Do they have any voodoo nonsense in Europe? I've never heard of it. It's just like that lady they caught in the UK with all them toads. It's rampant on TikTok, and they don't understand how dangerous it is. Oh, is it rampant? I don't know. About like that lady smuggling all them toads into the UK. Turned out you lick toads to get high. The old voodoo lady was smuggling in toxic toads. The real stuff like Scarface, Virgins on Halloween, I think the testimony on it back in the day. Really? Yeah, there's people who lick toads, Wolfie. Apparently, this toad's poison gets people high. We looked it up about 4 months ago. There's a big toad business. There's toad lickers all over. I swear to God. It's a big deal. People lick toads to get high. And it's well known and documented. Look it up on YouTube. It's all over. There's 100 videos about it. Really. It's really a deal. I had no idea it was real. It's real. People lick toads to get high. It's a deal. They're dirty. They better clean before they lick them. Oh, you can't clean them. They're licking the poison off of it. Did you find my own toad? I ain't licking no dirty ass toad. Weirdos. Toad lickers. I only got to look it up because they caught a lady at the airport with 100 toads. And I was trying to figure out why the hell did she need all them toads? Turns out they're used for getting high. They get high by licking on them. I just had no idea. Gross. It's gross. Yeah, there's a whole group of people around the world been licking toads for years. I didn't even know. It's good money maker, toad lickers. Apparently it is. That old lady was smuggling them. Apparently she had a whole bag of them going to the UK, a big giant suitcase full of toads. You should try before judging. Be open-minded for new things. You go ahead, Ebola Tom. Let me know how it works out for you. You just threw your cookie away. Yeah, go ahead and try one of them toads, Tom. Let me know how it works out. I'm just, and if you don't mind video recording it so we can see what we'd like to have some evidence. If you don't mind doing a little YouTube short or a TikTok about your toad licking experience, we'd like to hear more about it. Yeah, I'd like to really see that in action. Toad licker. There's a lot of things people do. Some people will lick anything. It's just gross. If they think they can get high, they will. I already did Amazing Vibes. That's the reason I can follow your streams. Thank you. Some people say vampires are real. They live underground building. No one can go in, not access to the public in New Orleans. In New Orleans, they have all that voodoo vampire black magic bullshit from the Caribbean days. Oh, New Orleans is known for that. Black magic, all that voodoo, all that crap. It's really known for that. There's some freaky deaky folks in the alleys and underways of New Orleans. People can do the most ridiculous stuff sometimes. They can. It's crazy. Yeah, New Orleans has a whole voodoo culture. They're really into it. They're really into it. It's like a big deal there. My mind is blown from all the toad stuff. Just look it up. You'll freak out. Look up toad licking on YouTube. You'll be shocked. There's lots of videos about it. I thought it was some amusing fairy tale, but it's actually truthful and still happening today. Apparently, this poisonous toad acts like a LSD or something. No way I'm going to myself. I don't want to end on a plate of steak dinner. I hear you. Yeah, you look up the old told stories. They're not like ancient history. They're happening now. Mary Laval was a voodoo queen in New Orleans. Okay. Yeah, they got people really into that whole voodoo thing there. New Orleans has a lot of weird people. There's some real characters in New Orleans. And it would be fun if they didn't have so much crime there. It's like one of the murder capitals of the world. If they didn't have the whole murder problem, New Orleans is not bad. It's so interesting. It is very interesting. So if I kiss a frog, do I get a princess? No, but you're going to get psychotic and maybe die. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get no princess. You're going to get high. Just wait, and Kmart's starting to sell toads next to Bud Light. I just can't understand. And with many things that you see in the world today, what really makes me think is who was the first person who picked up the toad and went, mm. Who was the first dude who said, you know what? I'm going to lick that dirty old toad. What was he thinking? Can they document the first person who licked a dirty toad? I just want to know what's up with that. Who was the first? Many of these things people do is like, who was the first person to do that? Maybe he was retarded, not sure. Who? Who woke up and said, you know what? I bet we could lick that bastard. Who? What family tree did you come from? Moses. Got to be Moses. I don't know. I'm just curious who was the first person who licked the toad. Seems awfully strange. Children. The only thing I can think of is somebody's dog bit into a toad and acted weird. It had to be your cat or dog, and then somebody copied what the dog did. Who about the idea was this? I don't know. Somebody had to get into it. There had to be the first person, you know. The first toad licker. Can we look that up in Wikipedia? Who was the first toad licker? When they got drunk and it went down. Randy, let's do Indian. I don't really want to this morning. I think I'm going to do a fast for about a week. Yesterday's meat made me feel so uncomfortable. I need to fast for about a week to reset my body clock. I think I'll just drink coffee and water and eat boiled eggs for the next week. That's it. Yeah, maybe someone tried to eat that kind of toad. It could have been right, Miss Yossi. Somebody thought it was food. That's probably how it happened. Somebody thought it was something they could eat. Always interesting to join the streams. How did you get into toad? Like, let me make some eggs. We'll talk about it in a minute. Ooh, let's do some boiled eggs. I think I will at home today. I just need my soft boiled egg. Probably a Chinese person. Maybe Chinese, they're into that stuff. Man, I dropped my black pepper last night. That shit went everywhere. I dropped my black pepper thing fell on the ground and shattered. There was black peppercorns all over my house. Please don't lick the eggs. I hear you. My house was covered in them stupid peppercorns last night. It was nasty. Your favorite pork yolk. Yeah, here we go. We're ready. Did you ever egg people houses when you were little? No. I wouldn't want to waste some good eggs. Damn, I don't have any more black pepper. What can I use? I'll be damned, I'm out of black pepper. I gotta go to the grocery today for sure. Yeah, I'm totally out of black pepper. Huh. I'll be damned. We gotta get to the black pepper. We gotta buy black. I use a lot of pepper. So that's not a good thing, being out of pepper. All right, now we'll wait for that egg maker to tell us. Paprika, I don't have any of that either. I'm out of everything. I need to go to the grocery and buy a few things. Most things I run out is actually they get expired and I just throw them away. But the peppercorn was different. I dropped the thing on the floor and it shattered. So it was that pepper thing was BS anyway. About break your wrist trying to use it. Hopefully, when I buy one this time, little pepper grinder, it won't be so hard to use. Whatever brand that one was, it was terrible. You don't want to lick eggs, actually. If you lick eggs, you get sick. Eggs are dirty on the outside. They don't clean them, a lot of people. You end up with salmonella or some chicken fever BS, something you can't get rid of. Well, let's go under today's headlines while we're waiting on the eggs to cook. We'll go to the main Google News. What's in the news today as we start this day here in the Middle East? Trump charging something. Oh, screw you guys. Some hostage was rescued from somewhere in a tunnel. Uh, Something about, I don't want to watch American news. Let's go for world news. American news is all politics. This hostage thing, some hostage thing has made headline news everywhere. Uh, Ukraine has some problem with Russia still. They're still in the news about arresting that Telegram dude. Thousands protest. Some German far right thing is going on. The U.S. Secretary General warns that the ocean is overflowing. The ocean is overflowing. Did you know that? Oh, brilliant dude there. There's a typhoon headed to Japan. It'll pass right over. There's a short over there. This dude says the ocean is overflowing. Overflowing to where? Captain on the super yacht that sank doesn't respond to prosecutors' questions. The Mexican Navy has been chasing drug boats. That's not news. Polio is coming back to Palestine. What else we got here? Somebody in India raped this doctor, and now everybody's on the streets protesting. Really? India always make headlines for rape. Y'all need to get nip that in the bud. That's kind of bad. Oh, they raped and murdered this lady doctor. Yeah, y'all need to do something. Really, y'all make the damn headlines every year about your unbelievable rape. Why is rape so common in India? I don't really get it. It's a problem. The whole country is upset because they raped and murdered a 30-year-old female lady doctor. They gang raped. Oh my God, it's a major problem in India. I don't know why y'all can't get that nipped in the bud. Every year we hear about the most unbelievable gang rape out of India. It's very sad. What are y'all teaching your people? How come it's so common there? You don't hear that from other countries. Only India does the gang rape. It's just always in their news. They do that a lot there. Yeah, it's always in the news, and they always have countrywide protests but it's not stopped. Gang rape is a real problem in India. I don't understand why y'all can't get that under control. They gang rape and murder people. That's sad. Anyway, it's a big deal in India right now. Again, in the headlines, it's a forest. I don't know what they do. Let's see what it says about this poor lady. When they do have a heavy population, there's nothing to do besides make babies. Yeah, but making babies has nothing to do with raping somebody. I don't understand. They did it on August 9th, and now the whole country's protesting. Cat Birch, you got over 1 billion people to form up gangs. Yeah, it's a big deal. It says women throughout India suffer from high levels of sexual violence. That's what it says here on this Reuters, on these reports. And this one, the police were involved. They say a police volunteer was involved. Well, that's crazy. Double J says it's BS. Well, anyway, the whole country's having riots in Calcutta. They're freaking out, tear gassing everybody. Thammer, good morning. So You always see these riots, sexually frustrated monsters. I don't know what it is. How do you break up India? There's so many people. There's so many people in the whole world. It's not the people problem. It's a oh, hold on. Yeah, some men in India need to be castrated. It's a problem. Definitely an issue. I don't know if it's common elsewhere, but there it seems to make the media quite a bit. Hey, what's Go Tomo. All right. Trying to get our eggs situated over here. It's all in the media unless some other issue comes up and people forget. I hear you. I guess concentration camps come into play. They did in World War II. I don't know. 22,000 rapes reported in 2022. Yeah, it's a problem. It's a big deal over there. I think it's the death penalty for that here. I think rape is the death penalty here. I'm not sure. $32,000. Dang. Well, that's definitely a problem. I'll be damned. We managed to peel 3 eggs without breaking them up. Miracle. Hey, hi, Holland. Hello. We're having our soft boiled eggs for breakfast. Got to be careful. I bit into one yesterday and it squirted so big. I guess we'll go here. Nice soft boiled egg. Perfect every time. Good morning, Des. You cook an egg with 2 yolks in it. Yeah, that happens occasionally. That's twins. You ate twins. You're boiling eggs. Mm. Ever watch the Purge movies? I feel like a movie could come true to allow killers to kill the bad people and the government allows it. Maybe. I've seen those Purge movies. They're crazy. Oh, damn, this is a good breakfast. Mm. How are we looking? Hey, what's up, man? We're doing good. We're having a soft boiled eggs. All right. That was success. I peeled them all, ate them all, and did not break any. What else is in the big news today besides the thing in India? And we had success. You know, it's hard to actually get eggs that peel right. This batch of eggs did real well. I can peel them. Sometimes I get eggs that just won't peel. What happened in India? They raped some 30-some-year-old doctor, and they found out and murdered her, and they found out one of the rapists was a volunteer policeman. So now they got riots all over Calcutta. It's about drying technique, yeah. So apparently it's a big deal. So now the streets they're all up in arms. Did you finally ban the guy who was showing his dagger to all the women? Yeah, we asked him not to come around no more. Dry them properly before peeling and never have a problem. Really? I do the opposite. I make them very wet and I never have a problem. Well, no, I don't never have a problem. Rapist and racist all over. Yeah, but the raping is a totally different deal. It's a major thing. I'm sure here it's the death penalty. I don't think that they have any lesser crime. I mean, I think rape in this country is death penalty. Let them dry 1 minute. I heard salt helps peeling, though, I thought. There's some, everybody has a trick they use. What else is in the news? Somebody in Balochistan, Pakistan, 70 people were killed. Some militant attacks. I don't really know what that's about. Guys, just pull girls on the street and have their way with them easily. In Western countries, you do it, that you go to jail. Uh, these cases that make the media, like in India, are gang rape cases. It's not like a one-on-one where somebody said no and they still had sex. These cases these are like gang rape, and then the person dies. So they're a different type of a deal. That's when the society goes crazy. When they gang rape and murder a young lady, that's when it takes to the street in insanity. So it's a different type of thing. There's that big typhoon is moving towards Japan. Some tanker attacked by Yemen is about to start leaking oil in there. That's bad. What else is in the news? Somebody bombed a tanker and it's going to leak in oil. Yeah, that's a slow typhoon, they say. Maybe it'll die out before it gets there. The news is basically all about the same. They don't really want to know what the penalty for rape is in Saudi. You don't really want to know. I'm sure they cut your head off. The news is mostly about Israel, Ukraine, Palestine, and yeah, there's a serious oil spill from this attack. So that'll be the Red Sea will be full of oil soon. That sucks. Cut the pecker. I know. I'm sure they kill him. Well, the news is, as usual, depressing. uh, there's nothing in the news, no great new discovery and happiness for mankind. Apparently, we cannot find that. We can't find the happiness for all of mankind. Let's see in the tech news. Anything interesting? Let's see. If you cut the pecker, you will die right away. There's a nerve there. Do you? I don't know. What about that girl who cut off that guy's pecker and they threw in the yard? That old, what was her name? Bobbitt, somebody. Remember? She was famous in America on the news. She cut that guy's pecker off and threw it out the window of the car. They found it in somebody's front yard and sewed it back on. Remember that something Bobbitt story? Lorna Bobbitt. Yeah. She cut off his pecker and threw it in the front yard. They found it. And was able to put it back. That's insanity right there. That's just wild. They reattached it. Yeah, kind of. They stitched it. They found it in the front yard. They looked for it, found his pecker, sewed it back on. That's just insane. I think that was the first time that ever made history. Somebody got their pecker cut off and got it sewed back on. That's just insanity. I don't even remember the whole story. Or you have to pay in a bag if you live there. Yeah. Go off by a gun, died right away. I'm so not sure. I don't know. So did they make it bigger or smaller? I have no idea. I know she went to prison for a long time. Did that girl ever get out of prison? Or was she in prison for life? I don't know what happened to her. I know it was in the courts on the TV. It was just hilarious news. And that old boy had to get on TV and talk to people after everybody knows his pecker been cut off and thrown out the window. She's out of jail? Okay. Yeah, I don't even know the whole story behind it. Wasn't he like a married dude and she was a girlfriend? Pecker transplants. I don't know. Apparently, if they cut one off, sew it on, they could transplant one. I don't know the whole story. I believe that girl was a girlfriend or not his wife, and there was some kind of scandalous stuff. They were husband and wife? Okay, I didn't know that. I'm having issues on Twitch. Can't see the comments. It happens. The new app is terrible, Des. The new Twitch app is garbage. Okay, what do we got in the news here on the IT news? Your pecker will never be the same. It will be like Oscar Mayer. I don't know. There's a new Barbie phone coming out. Came out in court that he abused her, so she did what she did. So she didn't have to stay the whole time. Ever since the update on Twitch, it's all messed up. It is bad. I need some opinions here. They're running out of materials to make phone batteries? Really? If you had a choice to buy the Ryzen 7 or the Intel i7, which one would you go with and why? Anybody technically inclined to answer that? Ryzen 7 or Intel i7? What do you prefer and why? I found some gaming computers on sale, and there's a choice between a Ryzen 7 and an i7. I don't know which one I would go with. Intel 7 or the Ryzen 7. Ryzen is good in some ways. Overall, Intel is superior. That's what I'm inclined to believe too, Double J. But I think doesn't the Ryzen like consume less power? But I'm not sure. I don't know. Call Barbie or Ken. Maybe they know. Anyway, they have some. You said Snapdragon was better. It is better. I was just found something on sale, two computers, and I was curious. Ryan says Intel. Uh, Laptop. I only buy laptops. I don't buy desktops. I personally travel and do things. I can't buy a desktop. Ryzen consumes less power, but performance wise, Intel. Okay. I like Samsung phones. They're still at the top of the charts along with Apple. I use now the CMF phone for broadcasting every day. I have found that the MediaTek processor is better for me because of my heat environment. Your environment may differ, but where I'm at, heat is a major issue, and the Snapdragon can't handle the heat, the windshield, and the sun. And the plastic back phone, I mean, the glass back phone is like a sandwich heater. The plastic one seems to do better. I use CMF. You ought to look into that, Double J. It's only $200. It's better than the damn other nothing phones. That CMF is really good, and I bought the cheaper one. I believe Ryzen 7 is cheaper. Yeah, it's cheaper by definitely cheaper. It's 10% cheaper or 20% versus Intel. CMF Moto is a new motorcycle, really. You think you figured out the part they don't break when you drop, overheat when the hot or cold thermal phone case over it would work. I've got it figured out now. This CMF one works for me perfectly. Now we're into longevity. So this is my ideal broadcast phone. That's the phone that works for me. CMF one, $200. You can buy them worldwide. Ah, well, let me pee. Then, oh, let me run out and start the car so we don't have to get into the blazing heat. Oh, uno momento, Habibis. Run out and start my car. I don't know why she loves me like she does. Oh, but she does. Ooh, ooh. It was 90s in Wisconsin. Hell, it's normal here. ISOC. Keep my phone from getting damaged. The ISOC. Okay. I guess we're good to go. I don't think I'm missing anything. Yeah, another work day. Tomorrow's Virtual Friday. My week is almost done. The week is counting down. The ISOC, only $19.99. Let's turn off this computer. I would really like to have a better network here. It's kind of bothering me. I can't game when I want to now. If you sell the game worn eye socks, you ever lose a sock, you know where to go. There you go. I always got an extra one. Hell, it's a damn good phone case. Really. If you got lost a sock, save the other one. You can put your phone in it. Some people laugh about it, but it works damn good. My phone don't get damaged. And people usually won't grab an old sock, so they ain't going to steal your phone. It's an incognito thing, you know. Got the old eye sock laying on the table. People see old dirty sock. Make sure you don't wash it either. Keep the outside of that sock a little dirty. Vancouver, hello. Yeah, make sure you keep that eye sock a little dirty. If you wash it and clean it, people will notice it. You want to keep your eye sock a little bit on the dingy side. At least it's not undies, brown stains. That's true. Oh. Woo. Freaking hot, but not so humid, but it's hot. I gotta start saving money again. What is it? 99. It feels like it. All right. I think I'm gonna let them take my car today for a good scrub and cleaning. Hi ho, hi ho. We're the group of the hillbillies. Heidi ho, let's go. Do you get your car detailed cleaned out? I will today. Somebody will do it. One of the drivers can take it and have it done and wait on it. They take care of it for me. It's time. We're in need. I was going to do it yesterday, but the guys, they were all busy in Des Moines. They weren't around the office. Hopefully today they're back. This car needs a good cleaning. They'll scrub it inside and out, make it nice again. Do you get a trade in your car? When? I don't know. They don't seem to have a priority. To be honest, it's a free car, it's freely maintained with free fuel. Old or new, it don't matter as long as they keep it up, you know. Sure, it'd be nice to have a newer car, but I don't really care. If it was a priority, I'd scream about it, but it's not a priority in my life. Yeah, it's not a priority. I'm on the downward spiral now. I just need to make money and save money. We're saving for our retirement years now. Everything's pretty much paid. Don't have no bills. I don't have any bills. Just need to pay, save money, and get myself into I need to lower my monthly operating costs everywhere. I think we'll get the boat sold in the next few months. Get rid of that obligation. Yeah, we do a little maintenance here and there. Check the tires. They do all that. But yeah, I need to just save money up and make sure my operating costs, my daily life costs, are not exuberant. How many more years? I don't know. This could be the last. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Hell, I'd like to retire today. I could, but I would be poor. I'd be struggling. I don't want to struggle. You know, I'd have to really watch my nickels and dimes. I don't want to live that way. I don't want to live yet on a micro budget. So we'll wait and see. Ain't no good thing about a micro budget. And even when I retire from a regular job, I'll probably go into broadcasting full time with more production and more hard work with it instead of just casual. More interesting stuff. Would you rather work because people say you get bored sitting at home? I don't really get bored. I got plenty to do. I just need money. I did it before I retired, paid off the house, the loans, no normal bills, lights, gas, insurance. Yeah, I just want to have all the normal bills, but I want to get them under control. My bills are not really that much anyway. I don't have anything, but I still got a thing or two I got to take care of. I still have stuff to take care of. And hell, I'm one disaster away from needing money, you know what I mean? Major typhoon hit everything I own, I'd be screwed. It's happened before. Happened twice in my life. Get all settled up, then damn typhoon come along and lose shit. Cost a fortune. But I've got it where it won't kill me this time. That last typhoon I was not prepared for, and plus it was right after COVID and salaries were months late. I was suffering. That last typhoon hit was bad. It was terrible. Yeah, it was bad timing. I wasn't ready for 2 years of COVID and then months and months of late salary, and then a typhoon hits my house. Yeah, lost the business, lost a lot of things that I thought, thank God I wasn't retired already. I'd been suffering even more. $100 or more to leave the house. Yeah, it costs money. If I could just have about a decade with no natural disasters, I'd be better. I don't have food and water. The most essential thing we'll struggle is hard times. Yeah, I don't want to go through that again. That was a biatch. It sucked so bad. It was unbelievable. Freaking hell. Nobody likes to suffer. Actually, if we didn't have COVID and I didn't have that direct typhoon hit, I could be retired. But things change. I want to live in the middle of the woods, where my food in the woods and the river and bank close by. Well, that's all fine and dandy till you get sick. All fine and dandy till you get sick. Living in the woods, licking toads. Woohoo! You can be living in the woods and licking on toads, living the high life. I don't know which toad you're supposed to lick. I'm sure it's a special toad. I bet all toads are not the same. You have to study the toad licking deal. Medical treatment will be a downer. I would need to knowledge of my surroundings. Yeah. Let's see what we have in Jebel today. We have a modest traffic. Do any pranks at work today? No. I'm just going to roll in smoothly. We got nothing exciting. Everyone goes to work this time. No, there's another group of people at the factories that went to work early in the morning. There's a rush hour at 6 in the morning for the factory workers because they have to be there by 7. So this is your office workers going to work. But your factory and the military guys, they have to be on the base by 7. So about an hour before this, there was a lot of traffic. But I go to work after the soldier and industrial rush. It's already over once I go to work. That Navy base back there, 6 in the morning, at 6:30, it's crowded. People trying to get in there. Traffic everywhere. There's like 2 or 3 different traffic scenarios. Most of them are real early in the morning. I had some projects on that Navy base. It's a Saudi Navy. Just a damn military base, nothing special. I used to know the commander there. I did their comms and some other stuff, but I ain't been there in a while. I haven't had any assignments there in a long time. See what our labor report looks like this morning. And we got a few folks here. Doesn't seem to be like flooded with people, but there's a few here. 50 to 100 people hanging out. Not like hundreds, but there's some people here. Hey, looking for you. Mohawk man disappeared. He must have retired. Oh, there's a lot down here. They just moved their operation down here. Yeah, they're all down here now hanging out. So there's a lot of folks here. Damn, blocking the roads. It is what it is. Yeah, they all moved down here. There are a couple hundred people out here. They're around. They just moved down the block a little bit. You pass the India restaurant around here. It's down near my office. There's others here. My damn favorite restaurant for breakfast. You need to make the street bigger. Why? Small town. They don't need much more. Hustling and bustling and hustling. Boom, 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 boom. Well, we did hit a red light. We did good. We made it most of the way with green lights. That place there on the corner called Cedar Furniture or Sadar, I don't see how they've made it. I never see nobody there. They sell crap and some crappy mattress and some crappy stuff. They've been on that corner for years. I don't know what their hustle is. Maybe it's a nighttime business. I never see that place opening people there. They're open in the evening. Maybe that's it. There's a lot of businesses I don't understand how they keep the doors open. They must have outside sales with apartments or hotels, something. I don't see how you can just, a little old town like this, how they can make it. I understand all the pipe fitting and industrial supplies, but some of these little furniture places, I don't see how they get by. Industrial supply is probably a good business here due to all the plants around, but some of these other support things, I don't really get it. Odd time to clean the street. Cedar are working contracts. Why is it? Sador. Good morning, Barracuda. What are you up to? Cudas Barras. They're doing some work in our building. They sure are noisy. I don't know what they're doing up there, but I hear them banging and banging every day. So boy here parked his van right where it's hard to get through. Welcome to the DX parking area. Kicking back now, it's 2:47 p.m. Been painting a couple of rooms. Better you than me. I hate painting. Painting sucks. And then when you're done, you got to smell your house or smell that stuff for a few days, depending on what paint you get. Some paint, that damn smell just seems to linger. Me too, but it looks clean. Yeah, it's nice to have it done, but I sure hate doing it. I really don't like painting. My wife paints a lot, and she makes more of a mess than she does, but she does all right. I'm not the big painter. Benji paints a lot. Yeah, go ahead. No, that's okay. I'll have some take it to the real wash. Whew. Fan in this elevator so like it's terrible. Noisy as hell in here. Whew. Good morning, Mr. Bean. What's up? What's happening, sir? You good? This morning it's 98. You know, when I left the office yesterday, it was 107. And I was bloated, and God, it was a bad feeling. Thank you, sir. The eye sock is active still. Ain't nothing better than an eye sock. All right, let's check our mail out. What do we got in our business mail this morning? We have think I need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Uh, Please find the attached PI. I don't know what that means. It is a PI is what? Performa invoice. Okay. I had never heard that before. Is people still CCU? They stopped a lot of it. It's too much. I got a lot of it handled. Still getting a few nonsense here. Yeah, we still get a lot of. I have to every now and then run down and tell them to take me out of their damn emails. All right, what's in the world today? I don't see any urgent matters. It's going to be a long day. Yeah, when I don't have a bunch of stuff to handle right away in the morning, that's going to stretch the day out. Damn it. I'm looking at today's objective, and it's not heavy duty. You know, I'm waiting for Apple's going to announce their new product soon. I would like to have that. They're going to have a new iPad mini. I would like to have one. That's what I have to decide. Do I want an iPad mini or do I want a gaming laptop? Let's see what's on sale right now. Yeah, here's what I was talking about when it came to the Apple versus the Ryzen versus the Intel. If you look here, HP Victus, they've got two HP Victus on sale, 20% off. This one has the i7 with 32 gig of RAM. This one has the Ryzen 7 with 32 gig. It's around $80. Wait, $80 more to go with Intel, $80 cheaper to go with Ryzen. These are the 16.1 inch Victus gaming laptops. I have found them to be exceptional. What's the difference here, though? This has, what do you think is the best? MSI is nice, but affordability-wise, these HP Victus is better. The only thing I don't like about the HP product, you know, when you're on your laptop, whoops, hold on. The laptop, they have all the peripheral connections on the side. So when you're using the laptop, the cables are running across your desk. However, MSI puts all their cables in the back, so they go over the table and they're not in the way. So the MSI is nice with that. But MSI wears you out. Same with Asus. They wear you out. Their damn Asus and MSI, whatever you call it, their interface, some bitch drives you crazy, constantly harasses you. All sorts of crap. It sticks up and flashes on your window and this and that. It's just like a marketing thing. It wears you out. MSI is quite a bit more. Let's see, MSI, what's on sale with MSI? MSI. Hot damn, if you want to spend a lot of money, you can get a good MSI. Jeez. I can't believe people actually buy that. Almost $5,000. I love the LG Gram. Don't know the specs. Yeah, but I need a gaming card, a video card in it to play games. My laptop says Intel i5. It works good for me, but I only Twitch and eBay and mail. It's fine. My last gaming laptop was an i5. It worked great. Boy, this is MSI has the Intel Core 9, 64 gig of RAM, 2 terabyte drive, 16 gigabyte 4090, but that's a bitch $5,000 freaking dollars. Ain't no way I'd buy that. It's high dollar. I don't need anything. I'll just suffer. Every time I look at this stuff, start looking at the pricing, and I just don't want no part of it. Really. Freaking outrageous. Yeah, these prices are just off the chain. Oof. I don't need anything. It's not a waste of money. It's only a thing that makes you happy. This is true too. Yeah, I'd use something like that hundreds of hours. What are the specs on the gram? I don't know. We don't have that here. Let me see if it's available. What's that made by? LG gram? I don't think we have LG. Nobody here buys LG. Yeah, it's not even in our list. Doesn't even come up. We don't have it. I'm sure they have it on Amazon or something. As far as here, we don't have it. LG gram. Let's see what it is on eBay. On what's it called? Amazon. They got a couple different prices on them. Depends on which one you get. They're about the same as HP Victus. They've got a i7. I don't know what the video card is. Let's see. It don't say anything about the video card. It looks nice. Oh, it's got the Intel Iris Xe graphics. That's okay, but you can't game with it. And for gaming, it'll suck. Everything else will be fine, but you don't want to game. It's a non-gaming. You won't be gaming with that thing. I mean, you could probably do Daisy. That'd be the extent of it. They couldn't do anything else. I just got into work, and they turn the air on at 7 in the morning. They should leave that shit on early. My office is kind of hot. Go from the gym to work. It's what it feels like. Ooh. Freaking hot, man. I got 2 bottles of cold water to chill me down a little bit. Freaking warm in here, man. I want to do something today. I forgot what. Oh, yeah. I need a driver to take my car to clean. 49 and yesterday into mom. Yeah, it was hot here. Same. It was terrible yesterday. Yesterday was bad. Today's not as bad. Yesterday was off the chart. It's terrible. I felt it yesterday. I went home from work, got naked, laid in front of the air conditioner in the bedroom just to get cooled down. It took me like an hour to get cooled down. It was so hot. I just could not get cooled down yesterday. I was really suffering. Yeah, it took me a good hour of just being in front of the AC to cool down. You know, the problem, I leave the office, I get in my car to go home. Well, the air conditioner's not really ice cold till I'm already home. So I suffer all the way home. The air conditioner's not like instant on. Because the car has been out all day, it takes a while to cool it down. By the time it gets cool, I'm already home. I suffered yesterday. Whew. It was terrible. And we went out to that damn Brazilian meat place. So I was bloated from eating too much food, that meat, plus the heat. So I was out in it quite a bit yesterday, suffering. In Fahrenheit, it was 116 degrees or something. It was so hot. Well, another day. My email's not hoarded with nonsense. I was thinking maybe I'd have too much stuff to do. Well, I'm going to get into some work. If you're on Twitch, we're going to see old Jilla. We're going to go to the Philippines right now and listen to old Jilla sing some nonsense. If you're on YouTube, the broadcast will end. But if you're on Twitch, we're going to go see Jilla. You guys make sure you give her a big hello. So let's go see what old Jilla. Jolly Jello is doing. So here we go. We're headed to the Philippines to see Jilla. She's in our house singing some nonsense. See what she's up to. I don't start work till broadcast EBDA, really. All right, YouTube folks, see you later. Twitch people, let's head over to Philippines. See you there.